soggy Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Arizona Cardinals and the Carolina Panthers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. First play's a run with Nwangu. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. They'll take that 14 yards on play number 1. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
Back to Nwangu again on first down. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards the pickup. Good enough for an Arizona first.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now the NFL's leader in rushing touchdowns last year. It's James Conner to about the 48-yard line. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On play action, it's Murray. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Murray. Throw left side, hauled in by McBride. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Charles, that's a route that you and I have seen time and time again in our years up in this booth, and that executed well and a great throw, too.
And sometimes, even if you know it's coming, the execution will trump whatever you do on the defensive side of the ball. Plus, it was a well-thrown football. A nice, healthy gain right there.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll go right back to Nwangu. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
40 yards rushing for him already. A terrific opening drive on the ground, and it's a first down.
Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Straight ahead, here's Nwangu.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's Murray. This is caught, and he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll look to run with Nwangu.
And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
Kene Nwangu, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20. Call it the 21.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. To throw is Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
The Panthers had 0-3 here to begin the campaign, and you hate to have to say it this early in the season, but getting close to must-win time, is it not?
And I totally understand why you expressed it that way, because it's so early in the season, it feels like hyperbole. But I think you are spot on this one. Yes, there's still time to turn things around, but they've got to start to win right now if they have any hopes of trying to make the playoffs.
He'll check this down to Hines. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week. But they failed on that 3rd down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hekker to punt it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
On second down, here's Nwangu. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
64 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Throw left side complete. That's Brown.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. Now Murray off play action.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Trey McBride, the intended receiver.
And it's 2nd down. To throw, it's Murray.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Murray to air it out again. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore.
And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
And he's got some space here. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
Another impressive drive. So they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they've played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second. So as they take it over, we step aside. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up.
That certainly looks like nothing to show now from these first two possessions. And guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
At their own 46-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
In motion comes the tight end left. Back to the air on second down, it's Murray. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Panthers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing, maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Max Crosby in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, if the goal is to get back into this game, the offense is certainly moving in the wrong direction. This is certainly a case where one team needs big splash plays right now, but unfortunately, it's the other team that's getting them.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. So on now is Johnny Hekker to punt this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded just inside the 30. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cardinals. Kene Nwangu on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Cardinals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19. Should have opted for the touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Get 300! Get 300! Back
on second down. It's Hines. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
Naturally so. The defense was keyed in on everyone but the back on that play, and it took them an extra second to react when he got the carry. It's still a tough third down to pick up here, but a lot more manageable after an excellent carry on second down.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. To throw, it's Rodgers. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
Third and long always tilts to the defense. And I just remember as a player how many times it was hammered into my head. Know where the sticks are and get him down in front of it. But sometimes what happens is you worry about where that is much more than the person who has the ball. And on that play, they didn't have enough focus on him. And somehow he turned a short pass into a first down.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. This to Hines on the drop-off. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers and a first down here.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. Rodgers going to throw. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And it'll be caught in the end zone for the Carolina touchdown by DJ Moore. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Panthers are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. From the 6. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And a short pickup to about the 25. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. Starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll run with Foreman. And he's got room. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Rodgers now on first down. He'll let this go for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense. Board as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Moore. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
On play action, it's Rodgers. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Hey, you block over here. Inside.
Rodgers to throw once more. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. First down.
That's another Carolina Panther.
Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Move the chains. A gain of 7 on 3rd down. And they just acquired him a new ball carrier. What do you think of the acquisition?
I like it. Maybe not the big-time player, big-time impact you're looking for, but someone who wants to prove something and find a new home.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Foreman. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And it's caught. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. Foreman is into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. The 40. 20. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Arizona. And people still trying to get back to their seats from the concession stand here at the start of the 3rd quarter, and boom, we got points on the board.
And you just identified why the bulk of stadiums have increased presence in the concession areas, right? TVs, loudspeakers, so people can still follow the game. And right now, they're bummed out that they missed that big return to start this half.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff.
This one fielded at the 5.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy, and the Cardinals are going to take possession of the football.
First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
On first down, they'll run with Nwangu. Brought down by Ed Oliver. 2nd and 9 from the 44. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Oh, and that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go. And he's going to bring up a third down.
Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
From the gun, Murray. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And some room to roam now. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Cardinals. Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football.
Yeah, and this just looked like a simple, ordinary play to start, but boy, did things change. Once he got free, it was off to the races, and once he hit high gear, there's absolutely no one who was going to stop him.
And the next-gen stats show us the tale of how much yardage he was able to tack on after the catch.
Extra point good by Prater. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
From the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Now this offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard, and the last time out on the very first play of the drive, they threw that interception.
And you definitely saw his coaches, teammates come over to him on the sideline, trying to help him shake it off, because in this game, his team is...
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Cards are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now a give running right, Nwangu. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 195 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Play action. Now it's Murray. His throw incomplete. Trey McBride the target on that throw, but it's going to be second down.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
2nd and 10 now, third quarter from Charlotte. Murray flips his forward on a jet sweep. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8.
He was brought down at the 8-yard line. A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up third down.
Murray going to throw. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's McBride. Touchdown! Trey McBride, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Takes it at the 7. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Hey, 88. 50.
After the sack on first down, Rodgers, he's going to look deep for more. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Rodgers. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Shotgun now for Rodgers. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
This offense so far on third down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Local over here.
Rodgers now to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now Rodgers got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. He's going deep for Brown. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Panthers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now a play fake. Rodgers. Flush to his right. He lets it fly for Lockett. And this is caught. Touchdown, Carolina. Tyler Lockett, 51 yards. And the Panthers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flushed from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked.
And this is going to be intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick two, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to it. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the third time. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback rolling left and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what
he's got a man complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Panthers are able to cut into that deficit.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. And he's going to get into the end zone for 2, and they're back within 2 scores, down 15 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Another run now for Nwangu. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 210 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Up the middle, Nwangu. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Handoff right side to Nwangu. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscle all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Handoff here to Nwangu. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. The Panthers are going to take another timeout. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. And this offense on 3rd down today, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Nwangu going to get it on the counter. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. That will be their 3rd and final stoppage, as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining. 4th down, Murray off, and the Cards field goal unit and Matt Prater out there now. This to make it a 3-score game late. Prater's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing now is Rodgers. He's going to look deep for more. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. Well, CD, that helps the home team as they try to erase this deficit. Give them the penalty for pass interference on the defense.
Yeah, and they certainly haven't been happy with what they've seen so far, have they? They're certainly hoping that call now might get the fans back into this one.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On 2nd and 1, Rodgers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
In a game that hasn't gone your way, you've got to throw in the end zone at every opportunity and hopefully climb back in as much as possible. He put way too much on that throw, though, and that shot ends up with nothing.
On 2nd and 10, Rodgers complete to D'Onta Foreman at running back. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Able to find Lazard. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. They run with Hines. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Hines. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Nyheim Hines, his first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
Back to throw it, Murray. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Matt Judon, the blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.